base of all makeup looks, and I can do it very, very quickly. I'm gonna walk you through my base face today. The thing that I start most people off with when they're wanting to get started with this makeup. First up is a primer. This makeup actually doesn't need a primer in order for it to last all day. Do that already. What this primer does is it helps to fill in any large pores, texture, fine lines. It just gives like a nice smooth canvas for your makeup to go on top of. I only put it in the areas that I need, pretty much mostly in this area. Press it in, and then you actually want to let it dry. Don't rub it in totally, you kind of just smooth it over, then let it dry before you put your makeup on top. Makeup I use doesn't need a primer. In fact, if you're using other brands of primers, that can interfere with the ability for the makeup to grip to your skin. If you're trying this makeup out, either use this primer or no primer at all. The thing I like to apply and let dry is this brow gel. It is a clear brow gel. It has lash growth hair growth ingredients in it. Look at the way it presses my hairs down. My brows are not laminated, but from using this, it actually helps to soften and condition your brows and make them way more manageable so you can place them exactly how you want them to be. Holds them in place all day long. It doesn't get crunchy. It doesn't get crispy or shiny or anything. It is such a good brow gel. Roll over top to press them a little more flat. Now I'm gonna color correct these dark circles. Do you see that creasing right there? That is from my glowy eye cream that I put on in the morning. I just tap it away. This is a peach toned shadow. Love it because it cancels out and neutralizes the blue, and it dries down. It's proof, transfer proof, long lasting. It's not gonna slide around underneath your concealer. That difference. It just neutralizes the blue. Only apply it precisely where I need it. Of course, if you have really dark circles, this is a step I always take. It's an extra step in my routine, but it allows me to use less product overall, which reduces creasing. One of my top selling products, I actually just had to grab a new one off of my shelf. I ran out of an old one. Let me show it to you. Hairless pump, you get every single last drop of product. It's color correcting, so it helps to even out any redness or discoloration. And it also is color adjusting. It's not like a perfect match to my skin. If I blend it in, it will adjust. The base of this is actually skincare, and then they add color pigments to it. It's pigmented skincare. And I like to spread it out like this, and I'll go in with a brush and stipple it into place to get more coverage. I use a clean brush every single time because I'm extremely prone to breakouts, and because I have a ton of brushes. Pressing this in, it just melts into the skin. Color correcting, pigmented skincare, long lasting, transfer proof, waterproof. You're not gonna need touch-ups throughout the day. It's a nice skin-like finish, semi-dewy. It's not like super slidey dewy. It's glowy, it's skin-like. It's so lightweight, it's undetectable. You don't see a harsh line. Gosh dang it. Recorded this and then it wouldn't save. I just use light concealer. I put a little bit on my ring fingers like this and then press it onto the area that I want to cover, but then I don't blend it out. You can see those edges right there are not blended. Let it sit and start to dry down and then blend it out. And you're gonna get more coverage from the same amount of product you would if you were to just like go in and start blending it right away. Slightly different tweak in your application, you can get a different amount of coverage. It allows you to use less product, so you're not gonna get as much creasing. It's formulated with anti-aging skincare, and so it's great for that under eye area. Also, it's transfer proof, waterproof, long lasting, no touch-ups needed. While that's drying, I'm gonna do bronzer and brows. I use the same tinted moisturizer in deeper shade. You kind of want to put it in this V shape right here on my actual cheekbone, blend back into my hairline. A little bit goes a very long way. This is my second bottle, just opened it. It took me probably 5 years to go through my first bottle. All the same properties as the tinted moisturizer that I put all over my face. Because it's the same product, it's going to melt within itself and blend so well. Very foolproof. The thing that people have the hardest time with it, using too much. It's very easy to go overboard. My neck just like never takes self-tanner. Anyone else? Foundation brush to blur out the edges a little. Still haven't blended the concealer yet. Using a brown eyeliner pencil, just filling in sparse areas. Now blending. Pressing with my brush, not sweeping is gonna shear it out. Pressing it will give you the most coverage and keep it in place, and also keeps from tugging at that delicate skin around your eyes. Another thing, once I'm done blending, usually I'll do my eyes at this point and then finish off with powder. I do let my concealer fully set before I powder. Put powder on wet concealer, it's just going to cause more creasing, more cracking. It's gonna make it look more dry and crumbly, and we don't want that. Concealer's had a little bit of time to set, move around. If it was going to crease, it would have by now. And seeing is just any excess kind of settles into those fine lines. I'll go back in with my brush and tap away any excess. Translucent powder on a puff. And I'm not doing too much. Press it in. Really smooth, filtered, airbrushed effect. I live in Arizona. I have very dry skin, and even I can wear this powder. Most people that have dry skin have been told to stay away from powder. I can do this one, and it doesn't look dry or crepey. It's incredible. Truly, like, this is the best. I put that just in the areas that I want a little bit more filtered, blurred, and there you go. This is the base face. It looks a little weird because there's not like color added to it. Is what I do every single time that I'm doing my makeup. I start here. I want just like a quick 5-minute face. I will throw on blush, mascara, like a lip gloss, and be good to go. Or use this to do more of a glam look, more eyeshadow, a bolder blush, bolder lips, whatever. This is the base.